Lesson 6, Chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation. In this video, you will learn about the concept of multiple alleles and the influence of multiple alleles on the post-Mendelian inheritance, that is co-dominance, or in case of incomplete dominance. So let's learn in details about the multiple alleles. What are multiple alleles? Multiple alleles are the alternative forms of a particular gene which is more than 2 in number and occurs due to mutation of a particular gene. In this statement, it is said that there can be alternative forms or more than 2 alleles for a particular character. Here, I want to mention about the Mendelian factors or alleles. For example, as Mendel took capital T and small t as the alleles for the stem height, either the stem it will be tall or it can be dwarf. So these are the 2 alleles that represents the stem height for a particular plant. Now, in case of the concept of multiple alleles, there can be other alternative forms of these 2 alleles also, as for example, capital T, capital T1, capital T2, capital T3, or small t1, small t2, small t3, and small t, etc. So, that is only said that the alternative forms of a particular gene which is more than 2 in number, and these alternative forms, it occurs due to mutation of a particular gene. As we know that during the cell division process, or when the reproductive cells, that is gametes, are formed, there is always a cell division that takes place in those germ cells, and that cell division it is called as meiosis. And in the process of meiosis, replication or copying of DNA takes place so that it can be divided into all the 4 daughter cells equally. Now, during that copying process, there can be some copying error, and in that case, that error is termed as mutation. And due to those error, there can occur alternative alleles in between the dominant allele and the recessive allele. Say for example, capital T and small t, these are the primary alleles, but there can be some alternative forms such as T1, capital T1, capital T2, capital T3, or small t1, small t2, and small t3 for the stem height of a particular plant. And this whole concept, it is called as multiple alleles. Or in very simple words, we can say that multiple allele is the presence of more than 2 alleles of a gene. And these multiple alleles, they occurs that takes place due to the mutation of a particular gene that defines a particular character. Now let's discuss about the characteristics of the multiple alleles. The first characteristic, that is, there are more than 2 alleles of the same gene. So as I have said that there can be many alternative forms. So in that way, while during the process of study of the multiple alleles, it was found that there are 15 alleles for the eye color in Drosophila. Now Drosophila, this is one experimental organism, and this is a very common use experimental organism in case of genetics. So it was found that there are 15 alleles for the eye color of Drosophila. Similarly, and this is a very common example which I mentioned in case of codominance also, that there are 3 alleles for the blood group in humans. There are basically 3 alleles, that is IA, IB and IO. So these are the 3 basic alleles that represents the blood group in human beings. So this we are going to discuss later in details, but just keep in mind that there are 3 alleles for the blood group in human. Similarly, there are 4 alleles for the coat color of rabbit. As we know that rabbits or the guinea pigs, they appears in many colors. So more than 7 such characters they appears to be in case of the coat color or skin color of the rabbit, and for those appearances there are 4 important alleles. So that is only say that there are more than 2 alleles for a particular gene or for the same gene. Then comes the next point, that all the multiple alleles occur on the same gene locus of the same chromosome or its homologue. Now in case of this, it is said that the multiple alleles, they occurs on the same gene locus. That means this is the position of the gene in a particular chromosome or the homologous chromosome, and these multiple alleles, they also occupy the same gene locus or the same position in the chromosome. Then third comes, a chromosome contains only one allele of the group. As I have said, they say, for example, let's take the blood group allele in case of human being. We know that there are 3 alleles now to represent the blood group. Now in case of a person who have a blood group A, now in case of that person, either the alleles, it can occur in capital I, A, capital I, A, this is the homozygous condition, or it can occur in capital I, A and capital I, O. Now as we know that in the homologous chromosome, as one allele it will come, or one chromosome it will come from the paternal side and the one chromosome it will come from the maternal side. Now these chromosomes, they will bear only one allele at a time. So therefore, if the maternal chromosome it have IA and the paternal chromosome it have also IA in that particular zygote, then that individual will be homozygous blood group A. And there can be another case or another such arrangement, and that is that the zygote may also contain IA in one of the homologous chromosome and IO in another homologous chromosome. So in that case also the individual will possess blood group A, because allele IA, that is dominant over IO, and that is why it is said that in a particular chromosome only one allele will occur, not all the 3 alleles or more than 2 alleles will occur, but there can be any of the alternative alleles on that particular gene locus of the homologous chromosome. And now the last characteristic that I am going to discuss, that is that the multiple alleles express different alternatives of the same character. So depending upon the type of mutation or the copying error, so the multiple alleles, they will express in different ways, or they can give different degrees of outcome for the same character. So here also we can take another example, that the gene for the height of human being. So we don't have a particular height, that one will be 7 feet in height or other will be 5 feet in height. So we have variations on that scale, and this happens that because of the multiple alleles, because they can give alternative forms for a particular character, that is the height of human being. So there are many examples which we can set for ourselves or for different kind of animals, and this happens that is because of the presence of the multiple alleles. Now let's try to understand this with the help of the blood group of human being. How to determine the possible blood groups in human beings? We can determine the possible blood groups in the offsprings if the blood group of both the parents is known to us. As we know that there are 3 alleles that is present to give a particular blood group to a individual, and those alleles are IA, IB and IO, or it is also represented by the letter small I. When an individual have blood group A, then the possible genotypes are capital IA, which is a homozygous one, or it can be capital IA or capital IO or small I. Then it will also be blood group A. That means the allele IA is dominant over IO. But both these genotypes, they will express the character that is blood group A. Another case is for blood group B. The phenotype, that is blood group B. Now similarly for blood group B also, the alleles that will be IB, which is homozygous in the homologous chromosome of the individual or the zygote, and it could be IBIO, or this is also represented similarly as IB small I. Then we have a codominance factor here, that when the individual have IA and IB together, then both the alleles or both the genes, they expresses their characters. So we have this example of codominance in case of human blood group. So that we have discussed in the last class, that there is no dominance recessive relationship, and both the alleles, they expresses their characters very independently. And the last one is IOIO, or that is also represented as small I, and that is the genotype for the blood group O. Now with the help of these genotypes, let's work out few problems related to the blood group of human being, where we can find out the possible genotypes of the offsprings in the next generation. This is example 1 for working out the possible genotypes of the offspring. Let's suppose the parents, the father is with blood group B and the mother is with blood group A. The father possesses the homozygous condition, that is IBIB, and the mother possesses homozygous condition for blood group A, that is IAIA. In both these cases, all their gametes, they will bear IB as the gene, because these are homozygous. So therefore the gametes, they will bear the same type of alleles, and as we know that the gametes, they are haploid in nature, so only a single IB and a single IA is written. Now when these two gametes diffuses with each other, then the character for blood group from both the parents, it becomes IAIB, and that particular individual or offspring, it will bear the blood group of AB, which we know is co-dominance. So this is one condition where the father and the mother, they are both homozygous, but the father possesses blood group B and the mother possesses blood group A. And there is very much possibility that all the individuals or all the offsprings of this particular parents, they will possess the blood group A, B. So this is example 1. Now let's come to example 2. Example 2 for the blood groups. In this case also, the parents, they possesses blood group B, which is the blood group for the father, and the mother possesses the blood group A. But here in this case, the genotypes, that is different. In this case, both the father and the mother, they are with heterozygous genotype. The father, it possesses the genotype of capital IB, small I, and the mother possesses the genotype for blood group A, that is capital IA, small I. Now, in case of these two parents, as they are heterozygous, they possesses two types of alleles for their blood group. Therefore, the gametes that they will produce, that will also be of two types. 50% of the gametes, it will possess IB and small I in case of the father, and 50% of the gametes, they will possess IA and small I for the mother. That means both the father and the mother, they will possess two types of gametes that expresses the blood group for the coming generations. Now there is a possibility that what will happen to their offsprings, and the F1 generation, that is the possibility of the blood groups. Say for example, in the F1 generation, as you can see that 4 types of blood groups are given. Here, if the gamete with the allele IB fuses with the gamete or fuses with the female gamete of the mother that possesses IA, then the offspring, that will be with IAIB, and the blood group, it will be AB. Similarly, if the gamete that have IB as the allele for the blood group, and the mother and the other gamete from the mother, it possesses small I, and these two gametes, they fuse with each other to form the zygote of the offspring, then that particular offspring, it will bear IB, small I, and that will be the heterozygous individual again with the blood group B. Similarly again, if the gamete or if the male gamete from the father possesses small I for the blood group, and the mother from the female gamete, the gamete was with IA, then when these two gametes, they fuses with each other during the time of fertilization, then it will possess the genotype of the individual as capital I, small I, and it will express the blood group A. And if the father's gamete that possesses small I fuses with the mother's gamete, which also possesses small I, and when this small I gametes from both the parents, it fuses, then the individual, it can become small I, that is the genotype, and the offspring, it will have blood group O. So this happens in case of the heterozygous individuals for the blood group A and B. There are several examples through which we can understand the concept of multiple alleles, where the presence of the alternative forms of alleles for a particular character can give different phenotypes due to the presence of the different genotypes on the same locus of the homologous chromosome in case of the parents. And this is just a simple example of human blood group in case of human beings, that there are 3 alleles, and these 3 alleles, it produces 4 types of blood groups in the individuals. So this is all about today's class. Thank you.